Hello, Leo. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. Oops. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of May 2020. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, I do invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my white tarot deck. For clarifiers, I will be using my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck. And then, Leo, I will close out your reading with a numerology guidance card. So let's go ahead and get right to it. As many of you already know, I do read jumper cards. When I shuffle, sometimes you will see cards literally fly out of the deck, or sometimes cards will flip over or kind of scoot their way out. Those are the cards that I choose to read because I do believe they're trying to communicate something very specific, so I do pay attention to that. So what do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? I think I want one more card for Leo. And there we go. All right, Leo. Major changes are definitely coming your way. And you're actually going to be going through a period of growth and I want to say release as well. Things are changing for the better. And things are going to be changing so dramatically for you that you may not even recognize yourself or recognize your life as it used to be. And I say that because the first card that showed up for you is the Death card. Now, the Death card is a major life transformation. It literally is the ending or the death to one phase and the brand new start, beginning transformation of a new phase of your life. Now, when it comes to money, wealth, finances, this is very, very good because there's something new on the horizon for you. There's something positive and something wonderful and something so life transforming. Like I said, you're going to just feel some big, powerful shifts. You're going to feel some big differences coming on. Now, you may have gone through a period of worry, overwhelm, maybe feeling discouraged. With these changes coming through, you're going to start to feel more secure. You're going to feel more in control, okay? Especially as it relates to finances and to your work and to your money. Just know that you can trust these changes that are coming for you and that they are going to change your life for the better. When I say the Star card in the reverse position, Leo, that tells me you need to really pay attention to your health. The Star card is always a positive card. And sometimes when she shows up in the reverse position, that means that we really have to pay attention to areas of self-care. Make sure we're not neglecting or taking for granted the health that we have. You know, get enough sleep, drink more water, all those things that you know to do, Leo. But at the same time, you really need to step it up. I feel like a lot of you are slacking on sleep, maybe not eating the best. And, you know, considering our circumstances, I understand. But the cards are telling me to tell you, pay attention to your health, make some better choices. We also have the Moon card. In the reverse position, this means that something that was hidden, some information you did not know, is going to reveal itself in that first week of May. There could have been something that you maybe needed more information about, or maybe something you didn't know that you didn't know will be revealed. You're going to get some new information. Whatever it is, things are coming to light. Things are being exposed. Things are being shown to you in ways that probably they were not shown before. So get ready because you're going to definitely be enlightened during this first week of May. We also have the Page of Swords. This tells me that there is some good news coming. This good news, though, that's coming, it's going to be the result of something being eliminated, something being taken away, something being ended or cut off or whatever the case may be. But it's going to be something positive. I feel like this is going to be a positive step for you as it relates to your work or to your business. I've been seeing this card a lot in personal readings when it means the end of something, like, let's say it could be a position is eliminated, which means now you are going to be promoted, or you are going to get a raise or something like that. But there's definitely some good news coming as a result of something being taken away. So get ready for that. We also have the Four of Wands in the reverse. This tells me that there's probably going to be a little bit of instability at first. This is not something that's going to be permanent. This is not something that's going to be long term. It just means that the foundation of something is just getting started. It's just getting off the ground. Now, this also, too, can mean that you're stepping away from a project. You just don't see that things are kind of sitting well with you. So you're deciding to maybe reconsider your involvement, either altogether, or maybe you're pulling back a little bit and you're not going to be as involved in something. Again, I feel like this is something work related. This is something in your professional life. So just know that there could be something where you could make the decision to step away, either completely or partially. All right, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of May 2020, what do we need to know for the sign of Leo? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? I feel like I need one more card for Leo. There we go. All right, Leo, so you're definitely making some breakthroughs. You're making some big strides, and this is very powerful. I see you releasing some things that do not serve you. It could be bad habits. It could be relationships. It could be some attachments to something that just are just not good, and you're being proactive and trying to change that. I see that with this Devil card in the reverse. This also means, too, that you're not being controlled by something, like you're not being ruled or controlled by an addiction or by an unhealthy attachment to something or someone. So this is very good. This is a very positive thing when we see the Devil card in the reverse. Now we also have the Five of Pentacles here. Now the Five of Pentacles, this is a card of sometimes having some money issues, but again, you're not having that. This is in the reverse. You could have gone through a rough patch with your finances, and things are starting to come together. Things are starting to smooth out. You're starting to get a little bit ahead of paying your bills. Your savings is starting to grow. You're paying down debt. You're taking care of financial responsibilities. It's very empowering. It's changing the energy of money that is surrounding you right now, Leo. This is very good. And I say that because the next card is the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is literally the wish card. Whatever it is that you've been hoping, wishing, praying for, some aspect of it is going to show up for you in this second week of May. And I think it has a lot to do with some of the inner work that you're doing as far as taking care of your health, releasing unhealthy attachments, getting ready for some big changes, holding back and maybe making the decision to kind of step away from something that is not bringing you joy. All of these things kind of play a role in things coming together for you in a very positive way. Now, the good thing is that, like I said, you're going to see this probably sometime in the second week of May. And it's definitely going to be something that kind of sets you on a new trajectory, a new path, a new direction. And it's very, very exciting. Now, we do have the Eight of Swords here. Now, the Eight of Swords is all about self-limiting beliefs. It's about the only thing holding you back is your own thoughts of you being held back. There's nothing getting in your way. There's nothing that's preventing you from achieving the goals and the things that you would like, or the things that you want. Okay, so really go deep and really examine how you feel and examine the circumstance and say, hey, is this really a challenge, or is this a challenge that I'm internalizing because I think it's a challenge? Okay, it's all about breaking through those self-limiting beliefs, and it's all about re-examining your thought process, especially as it relates to work and money. If there is something you want to do, you have the ability to do it. You may not have all the information right now, but there's really nothing holding you back. So don't get caught up in that cycle of thinking you can't do something, because again, that's just a self-limiting belief. Now we also have the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords in the reverse position talks about you postponing a decision. You're postponing making a choice about something. And you know what? That's probably okay. I don't see any reason why you can't at least take your time when it comes to a decision. I'm feeling like this decision is in relation to a job. You know, maybe you have a couple job offers. You're trying to decide which one's the best one, which one's going to work for you. But you are taking your time on this. Now, this can go either way. You can take your time and then the opportunity could go away, or you could take your time and then things shift and maybe they offer more. Maybe they reposition some things in your favor. Just know that you are kind of dragging your feet on something, and it could go either way. Like I said, trust your feelings and see how you feel. And if you don't have to procrastinate, then don't. But if you are hesitating, then right there, that kind of tells you maybe this isn't the thing for you, or maybe this isn't something that you truly want. But let's go ahead and clarify some more. For you, Leo, let's see what else shows up. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? Interesting. We've got your wish card here again, Leo. All right. So good is definitely coming. Get ready as we move into the second half of May. You're definitely going to see some progress. You're going to see some signs of whatever it is that you've been hoping for. But let's go ahead and start here with the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is about you making long-term decisions, kind of thinking about what it is that you want to do. Now, as it relates to work and your money, you could be, like I said, making a decision or contemplating something entirely new and different. And I think you probably will do that on some level, especially because this card is so close to this Death card here, which is a big change. Are you considering going into a brand new industry, maybe doing something you've never done before professionally? That's something that I see that has been heavy on your heart. You know, you're really thinking, maybe now is the time for me to go out and pursue this thing. You know, this stay-at-home situation has been giving a lot of us time to think and get really clear about, you know, is what we're doing now truly something we want to be doing either at all or, you know, in the future. So I do see you going through that, some heavy contemplation, and I think that's good because you will make some changes, Leo. I do feel that coming very strongly, especially in that second week of May. Now we have the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords is all about something. I'm feeling like there was something being taken away from you, or there was someone around you who just wasn't probably a genuine person. I'm sure we have all heard the term frenemies. Sometimes when this shows up in the reverse, it tells me that there was someone around you who is either jealous, threatened, envious, insecure by you. Or it could be that someone was literally stealing something from you. I'm feeling more, because this is in the reverse, that there was someone near you, but that person is starting to distance him or herself. I think you know who this person is, Leo, but you being strong and you being very clear about what direction you're going has kind of communicated the message to this person that they can't, you know, influence you in any way. So just a heads up on that. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm getting when I see that card. Now we also have the Magician here in the reverse position. Again, this means that you are in the learning phase, okay? There's something that you don't necessarily know how to do, but that's not going to stop you. you have to learn, you have to educate, you have to research. So whatever it is that you are working towards, just know that you're going to have to put in some effort. You're going to have to put in some time, some good old-fashioned blood, sweat, and tears, especially as it relates to moving towards whatever this thing is that you've been hoping and wishing for. If it's a new job, a new career, a new business project, maybe a new product that you're trying to launch, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to put some time and work into it. It doesn't mean that you don't have what it takes. You totally do. But you're going to have to kind of sharpen your skills a little bit. You're going to have to up level what you know about this particular thing or this area that you're trying to be involved in. Now, the good thing is we have the Ace of Wands here, which means that whatever it is that you are working for, it's definitely going to launch, and it's going to launch in a positive way. You're going to get some good feedback. You're going to get some new customers, some new clients. People are going to definitely be excited about this, especially people you work with. Maybe this is something brand new people haven't seen before. It could be something too where maybe you just decide to launch a business and people are like, oh my gosh, where have you been? I've been looking for this for so long, and you have the answer to solve the problem. So it's all about you taking action, because when you do, it's definitely going to start off strong. It's definitely going to be positive, and you're going to see that this is something you truly enjoy. And I can say that because we have the Queen of Wands right next to the Ace of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is a very grounded, stable, she's a very neutral energy sometimes, but she's someone who is very practical, someone who sees the big picture, and someone who doesn't get easily swayed in any direction. She's very much logical, she's analytical, she thinks about what has to be done, and she gets things done in the most efficient and sometimes the most prominent way, depending on what the circumstance is. So just know that you are going to be feeling very, very confident, very, very stable as it pertains to this, especially as it relates to your money. You just have a very matter-of-fact approach to this, and I think that's going to definitely pay off both now and in the future. Again, we have this Nine of Cups. So whatever it is, like I said, that you are wishing or hoping for, it's showing up again. Don't ignore the positive feedback you're getting, because you definitely will get some positive feedback as we move towards the second half of May. I do think that this is something that's going to complement you financially, and I do feel like this is something that it just really, you have your heart set on this. This is something that brings you joy, something you're passionate about, and it's coming together, so get ready for it. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right, Leo. Let's see, I hope nothing is getting cut off here. Okay, we're good. All right, Leo, so we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position. We also have the Eight of Cups reverse, Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles reverse, Nine of Swords, and then the King of Wands in the reverse position. Ten of Pentacles, this tells me that there's going to be some type of separation. I don't know if you were working on a group project, but there's going to be some separation there. This isn't necessarily bad. This actually might be something that you want, because I think you prefer working alone, Leo. This means that there's no group projects. This could be something where, maybe your boss hands things out and says, okay, you handle this, you handle that. There's definitely going to be, like I said, something that gets disconnected. And I know that sounds bad, but it really isn't. It's actually something that is probably going to be more profitable for you in the long run, because you're not relying on other people. It's like you're in charge of what you're in charge of, and you don't have to wait for person A to finish or person B to give you this. It's like you're really focused on doing your own thing in your own way, in your own time. Now, we also have the Eight of Cups here. Now, the Eight of Cups in the reverse tells me that you made the decision to leave something earlier, but now you're changing that decision. You may feel like you want to walk away from something, but you're not ready to just walk away completely just yet. I'm feeling like this is something more of a personal nature. Like it could be a relationship or something like that, but whatever it is, it's something that affects your money because that's the context of what we're reading here. So you decided maybe to leave a relationship or a friendship, and then now you're thinking, well, maybe it's not time to do that because I work with this person, or this particular job is paying the bills, whatever the case may be. I do see you changing your mind on whether or not you're going to leave something or someone. Now, the good thing showing up next is the Knight of Pentacles. This means that someone is showing up for you, giving you support, giving you some type of assistance. This could be something you've been waiting for, maybe a government program, maybe a loan, maybe someone that you work for, or someone that you work with is showing up and giving you some type of a financial help here. Now, this is very good because I think a lot of us are kind of waiting for that, and we're working through that. But just know, Leo, that by the time the end of May closes out, you will be getting some type of assistance or some type of support. Now, we also have the Three of Pentacles here in the reverse position. The Three of Pentacles, again, means that you're going to be working alone. People do recognize the job that you do, and they're impressed by how you work and your work ethic and your abilities. But at the same time, you're not really ready for any group projects. You're not doing any type of collaborative work, because you are feeling like at this time you need to work alone. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people may take it the wrong way. That's not your problem. You are doing what's best for you. Now, we also have the Nine of Swords here in the upright position. Tells me that you may be feeling a little worried, a little stressed, maybe even frustrated and discouraged, Leo. And I get it. You know, these are some uncertain times. Things are, for a lot of people, are up in the air. None of us knows how things are going to play out long term for our world, for our economy, or for our immediate lives here. So there's a lot of questions. I just want to say, Leo, that you're not alone. And I also want to say, too, that you are going to get through this. This is something that's not going to knock you down. You're not going to be permanently out of the game. You're not going to be put out, okay? So just trust that things will work out. And you have to trust that you are going to get through this. You have everything you need. You have, support coming your way. You definitely have some positive things showing up throughout the month. Just know that you don't have to worry and you don't have to stress. Finally, we have the King of Wands here. The King of Wands means that somebody is definitely looking at you, or someone is seeing the work you do, and they may or may not communicate something with you. I'm feeling like this is someone you know on a professional level. And I feel like there's going to be a lack of communication about something. This is something work-related or something business-related, but there is going to be either someone doesn't say something, or maybe signals get crossed or something to that effect. But I do feel like there is someone that you work with, someone probably in a higher-up position, or someone that you could work with in the business sense, maybe like a partner or a colleague or something like that. And there's some communication that doesn't get communicated. So just know that this isn't you. This is the nature of the circumstance. This is kind of the way things just kind of play out. And you're just going to have to kind of roll with it, okay? Because you can't control it. But I guess this is more of me giving you a heads up. To really try and get some clear communication, especially as we move towards the end of May, because there could be some communication issues that show up. So overall, Leo, like I said, you've got some powerful big changes here, and you're doing the inner work, like I said. You're just going to have to kind of, figure things out as you go. You may not have total clarity in all the answers, but it doesn't mean that you have nothing. You do have support coming your way. You do have some success coming your way. And you do have the things that you want showing up in more ways than one. So you also have some positive information coming up. You have some, you just have some good things coming. It's not going to be a month where everything is rainbows and roses. But at the same time, it's not a bad month either. I think you're going to be growing. I think you're going to be learning a lot, and you're going to be seeing a lot, and you're going to be shifting a lot as well. All right, Leo, so let's go ahead and close out your reading with a numerology guidance card. Interesting. You got card number 96, which is forgiveness. Maybe this could be the underlying theme for you for the month of May. Who do you need to forgive? Do you need to forgive yourself? Is there someone that you need to forgive for something? Maybe that could be the emotional thread that's kind of affecting things for you. I don't know. It's hard for me to determine if I'm not speaking to you personally, but I do feel like the issue of forgiveness is very important, something for you to consider throughout the month of May. All right, Leo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations, feel free to drop those in the comment section below. And if you would like to connect with me for a private reading, I will have that information linked in the description. All right, Leo, thanks again for choosing to spend this time with me. We'll do it again next month.